So today we're cycling to Leamington Spa. We will be going through Banbury, and it's only 38 miles, which is a lot less than yesterday's 49.81. So today we can take it slower, have more of a chill day. Some of it's on a canal as well, which would be the first time we've been on canals in this trip. You're going to be seeing a lot of canals from now onwards. Pretty much the same as yesterday. I'm also going to give this premiering 5 stars. Because we had the same issue at breakfast, so I think that's a common thing. The view also isn't great. It's probably worse than the other one. And the staff at reception were a bit annoying, because I asked if I could bring the bike into the room, which is allowed at all premierings. And she was like, I was like, can I do it? And then she was like, well, I shouldn't really let you, but I'll let you do it once. When it says that on the website that it's allowed. But yeah, it is more modern, so that's what brings it up to 5. If it wasn't for the modernness, it would be 4. I think I kind of set the bar too low with 5 on the first one, but let's just go with it.
Yeah, it's definitely a worse view.
So basically, I had planned its route so it only went on quiet roads, such as B roads, and this road resembled the busyness of an A road, so I wasn't too happy with this.
This is only a B road. Yeah, me and Mum went on A roads. Me and Mum went on A roads that were less busy than this B road. But I saw the route was on a B road for a while and thought that's fine. But this shouldn't be a B road. It's just way too busy. Could be. Yeah, because me and Mum were doing it on a Sunday.
My dad did make a valid point there, that it was probably rush hour, because this is a Monday morning at like 8:30. So this is one of the cons of setting off early. Yes, setting off early is good at weekends, but maybe not so on weekdays. Basically, when I'm driving, I hate cyclists, especially if they're holding up a long queue of cars. So here I was being a very courteous cyclist and pulling over because I could hear that there was a lorry behind me, as well as a long line of cars.
After now.
So far we've made good progress today. I told my dad we would only go through 2 counties today, Oxfordshire and Warwickshire, but we went into Northamptonshire for like probably about 10 minutes, and then now we've come back out again, back into Oxfordshire. So we must have just gone round the outside. Right, so we are now joining our first canal of the trip. And canals are great because they're direct and fairly quiet without cars. This is the Oxford Canal. If you're thinking some of those paths look bad, which granted, they were, the worst was yet to come. Right. Ridiculous. This is not a path. Hi. This is ridiculous.
I wish I had long things on.
Right. That is not a path. Oh, not more nettles. I have nettle stings on my legs and I'm wearing trousers. And I've got a lot on my arm as well. I just thought canal, you know, it would be nice and flat, nice and wide, be lots of people, but no, it's this.
And canals are great.
Thank you. Nice to see we weren't the only ones trekking through the deep, dark bushes of the Oxford Canal.
Let's make this one. Let's make this one. Money.
Now, neither of me or my dad have a bell on our bikes, so I had to improvise, and in my own humble opinion, I think I improvised quite well. Ding ding. Oh, sorry. Thank you. Thanks.
No worries.
She might disagree, but oh well. We then arrived into Banbury, where we stopped at a Cafe Nero. It's the first ever time I've seen a shop do an iced cappuccino. Normally it's just iced lattes, so I'm going to try it for you now. It's basically just cold milk at the top, and that's how they can get it cold.
Workout pause.
That tastes quite nice.
Money.
Right, so we are now in Leamington Spa. Our hotel is literally right in the town centre, or city centre. I don't know whether it's a town or a city. Today, we cycled 41.53 miles. The moving time was 4 hours 13, so it was a more chill day, like I said at the start of today. And amazingly, the miles per hour was exactly the same as yesterday. It was 9.8. So the first day it was 8.9, then it improved to 9.8, and it's remained at 9.8. Which shows that my dad isn't actually faster than my mum at cycling. Yeah, it's only 3 o'clock now. Like, we've been getting to the end hotels at like 5, 6-ish. So we haven't actually really explored the places where we have ended. Because we got to Newbury really late. We were too tired to go out and have a look round. Bicester, well, we were quite far away from the city centre, so that also put us off. And also everything in Bicester Village would have been closed because it was a Sunday. But now we have, like, the rest of the afternoon and evening just to go out and explore this place. Because it looks really nice. Like, we're only, like, I'd say an hour's drive away from my actual home, and I've never been here. So the TV in this Premier Inn is significantly smaller than the other ones. That will not hold it in good stead when I come to do the review. As you can see, it had also got more cloudy, which was nice because it meant we weren't sweating as much, yet it was still hot enough to go outside in a t-shirt. Right, so today is the final day of cycling, the day we should hopefully get home. We're going to go back via the Coventry Canal. Now, I know it's not the most direct route, but I think it will be the fastest, just because we know it's flat, and we know it has a good path for the whole duration of the canal. And this is the canal I've previously cycled the whole distance of, and we started that early and finished that at 2, so we have to go to Coventry from here, which should take like an hour and a half. And we're not actually cycling the whole distance of the canal, because we don't have to go up to Fradley first. So it should be doable, basically. Right, okay. So this Premier Inn gets 6 out of 10. So it makes it our favourite so far. Basically just the location, like it's right in the town centre, and we actually have a decent view out of the window, unlike the others, and breakfast was good, like the waitress kept walking past, she was quite attentive, so yeah, it was good. And that 6 out of 10 is despite the shampoo running out and the small TV. Are we actually allowed up here? Yes, I know, but there's cones there. So after establishing we were allowed through the town centre, we got on our way. I decided to film a bit of us leaving Leamington Spa, just because I thought it was nice. On the whole, I was very impressed with Leamington Spa. It was a very modern kind of posh place, and it had so much choice of restaurants and shops down the high street as well.
Tryna get my attention, tryna get your redemption. But now that I'm gone, you want me back. Yeah, I gave you everything.
So once again, we were victims of the rush hour traffic. This road leaving Leamington Spa was actually very busy again.
You came back to me. I don't trick or treat. Don't knock on my door. Don't want you no more. You broke me, and I don't wanna see you. And I don't wanna see you again. No, just trying. Oh, don't deny the fact. The fact that there's never less to you. I played the game but lost the bet. I don't wanna love again. Yeah, I don't wanna love again.
We then came across a fish and chip shop called Chip and Fishes, which slightly amused us because it made absolutely no sense.
They serve one chip and lots of fishes. It's nice being awake and having done like an hour of the bike ride before everyone's even started school.
So as the route took us through Kenilworth, we thought it would be rude not to visit this castle here. We can't go in it because we haven't got time and it only opens at 10 and it's 9 o'clock. But anyway, it looks impressive. I'm glad we took the detour. It's a pretty impressive structure. Right, so here are some basic facts about Kenilworth Castle. So the castle was first built in the 1120s by Geoffrey de Clinton, who was a Norman. King John added an outer circuit of stone walls in the 13th century, as well as a dam, and it's made it one of the most formidable fortresses in England. The rebel Simon de Montfort held Kenilworth Castle for 6 months against the king in 1266 during the longest siege in English medieval history. Henry V liked residing at the castle, so he built a retreat here at the far end of the lake. During the Tudor period, and especially the reign of Elizabeth I, the castle was transformed into a palace, and it was an entertainment venue. There was a 19-day festival here in 1875. This castle stopped being a strategic stronghold in 1650 as it was dismantled after the English Civil War. After then, it's just not been used, it's just been a historical site.
Look into my eyes and show me your adventures I haven't seen. Taking all the life, it hits the spot. Walking on fantasy.
So over here, this is Coventry, where the start of the canal is.
Thank you. Failed.
We were now in the centre of Coventry, and this was a nightmare to navigate around because we had to go through tunnels and footpaths and all sorts. And obviously, when you've just got it on your phone and the sun's glaring at it, it's hard to see. I don't really like going through cities. This is why we avoided Oxford. But to get to the canal, we had to go into the centre because that's where the canal started.
Take me, baby, take me to a state of mind that's made up, baby, that's made up all that we find. Test the waters, oh, it's high. I think we're getting close. Racing through the waves, I want to be where nobody knows. Take me, baby, take me to a state of mind that's made up, baby, that's made up all that we find. Electric, feel it in your hands. Hypnotic, watch our bodies dance. Happiness, this is where we stand.
As I was cycling up this bridge, there was a man and a dog, right? And the guy didn't move his dog, so I didn't stop cycling. So if the dog hadn't have moved, I would have cycled into the dog, and the dog jumped out of the way and was really scared.
That was very unhelpful.
But why didn't he move his dog?
Such a shock.
He should,
Got a shock. Then it pulled
he
off.
should have moved the dog. Like, if he moved the dog, I would have had space to get past him, and I would have made the dog jump. Well, well, if he moved the dog, the whole thing would have happened. But he just stayed taking up the whole path. Right, so we have made it to the canal basin. So now it's simple. We've just got to follow the canal. So we're not going on any new territory. So I might not do as much filming of this because I have already filmed the whole distance of this canal. But you might see bits and bobs here and there.
It's brilliant.
Alright. The dreaded bike lot, but this time with painters.
Workout resumed.
See, normally, I think on the first time we just lifted it through there, but with these I can't, I've got to go round.
Workout paused.
No, there we go. So we are now in Hopwas, a village quite close to Lichfield, for our final stop off. We're just going to get some chips and a drink. We're going to just go back now on the road just because we're getting quite bored of the canal, and also our wrists hurt because it is very bumpy. It is an A road, but it's only like 4 or 5 miles home from here, so it shouldn't be an issue going on a busy road for such a short period of time. We were now back in Lichfield, and this meant one big hill. Basically, this hill, it isn't the biggest hill, but if we want to do a loop bike ride from Lichfield, we try and go down this hill at the start, so we're not doing it at the end when we were tired. And now we were mega tired and had to do it.
Yeah.
Look at my back tyre.
What's happened?
Gone flat.
So basically, my dad got a puncture when we were back in Lichfield. He did manage to make it home because he could cycle a short distance with a puncture. But still, we are so lucky that on this trip, we only had an issue right at the end when we were actually back in the city I live in. Like, imagine if it had happened in Southampton when we were only an hour in. That would have been so terrible for the whole trip. Right, so here are the stats for today. We cycled 50.47 miles, so the highest possible mileage, and we went at an average speed of 10.3 miles per hour, which is also the highest miles per hour. Hence how we only did it in 4 hours 53. So yeah, what I said was right about the canal. You definitely do go faster along the canal. So that's going to be all for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll make another video soon.